and welcome to Trashtalk on Battlegroup, where I will be talking about the various ship hulls you could put in your fleet in Lancer Battlegroup, and in this episode, we will be talking about the frigates, part 2. If you want a basic summary on what the frigate classes are about, watch part 1, anyway let's start with the Federal Caracas Shipyard's frigates. The FKS frigates are known for one thing: more quality, more quantity, whatever it is, they got more, and it can be seen with Cercium, a 3-pointer with one primary and one escort slot, used for gunboats or large support vessels. A frigate is usually an expendable vessel to protect larger capitals with, so you know what could make it better: give it more expendable vessel to do the same thing for itself, as seen here in the Honor Guard trait, which lets the Cercium has its escort takes damage for it instead. This means that despite the low 14 health, the Cercium might technically have up to 10 more health with cruiser escort, or none if you pick an escort with no health. Then why are you playing the Cercium? That said, Cercium is a bit vulnerable to one thing. Next, there's the Onoportum, the one and only 2-pointer hull in the entire book. It's a weak vessel with a single primary slot, but it barely costs anything to get this thing, or 3, you will always have a frigate because the enemy can't kill them all in time. It also has stealing luck from the devil, which lets it add or subtract 1d3 to any d20 roll from anyone, and this includes a charge gun attack roll, which could be the difference between death and megadeath. Onoportum also gets to perform defensive screen with d20 roll and succeed on a +10 result, meaning it has 55% chance to intercept instead of just a 50-50, again, a very small difference that might just save your bigger ship. The Tolumnia is, well, it should be very obvious what it wants. It also wants to take a big bite out of your budget, Jesus Christ, but you get exactly what you want: more guns. It even has synchronized batteries trait, which lets you fire both guns if you consume lock-on, but the second shot will be with difficulty and you don't benefit from normal lock-on effect, but still, more guns. Also, you can't use payload, because again, payload don't interact with attack roll, they just fucking hit. Last group of the frigates is the IPSN frigates, which, to simply put, want to launch something, whether it's fighters, mechs, or just missiles, also tends to be tougher but easier to hit. The Bakunawa is a 4-pointer with a primary and wing slot. That might makes it seem a bit costly, but once you get close, you can do plenty of damage with both maneuver and tactic with this ship. It even has this trait called Pocket Carrier, which lets it repair its wing for 2 health each turn, and additionally, when it performs defensive screen, you can still launch its wing anyway, so you effectively have used 2 turns worth of tactics in a single round, potentially every round. So even though it has less carrying capacity than a full carrier, you still want it because it can just do so much. The Laho is a very simple ship that wants one thing: missile. You can only put payload primary on this frigate, but that's okay because it has rotary launch tube trait, which lets you make the missile arrives earlier, and of course, to fit with the IPSN theme, you can also use the Lamprey boarding torpedo so you can launch payload and board ship at the same time. No need to make a tough choice here, just do both. Finally, there's the Minokawa, a tactically flexible modular payload frigate that can have its second slot be either escort or wing. However, whatever you choose must have boarding tag because the ship is made for boarding, and by extension, making it the perfect Lancer party vessel, which, by the way, you can probably just make them in Lancer Battlegroup through the Ace Squadron system, which is just one of the many numerous reasons of why I love Battlegroup so much. The Minokawa also has a trait called Rapid Reaction Force, which lets it kick boarders off with +1 accuracy, and when it performs defensive screen, all boarding action made against itself and the ship it's screening get harder to succeed. You like boarding but you don't like getting boarded, get this ship and you will be happy. Also, boarding is super good in Battlegroup and you should always do it. And that's all for these 6 frigates: the Cercium, that's a meat shield with more meat shields; the Onoportum, that meat shields even harder; the Tolumnia, that likes shooting everything else instead; the Bakunawa, that's always on the assault with its wing; the Laho, that's always on the assault with its missiles; and the Minokawa, that's always on the assault with its boarders. Anyway, next episode, we will be talking about the carriers. That's all for now, and I will see you all next time. Hello there. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell button. If you really want to support my channel, you could visit my Patreon page, or buy me some coffee, links in the description. Anyway, have a nice day.